I don't mean to alarm you, but when you combine Panasonic magic with glimmer glass technology, the cinema is yours for a low price.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So welcome to 2023. What disappointments lie ahead? Plenty, for sure. On a side note, I've been using a regular Canon LUT here. Somebody emailed me this new LUT, and so, boom. And when I first used it, I was like, you know what? I like it. Where'd you get this? I'll tell my audience about it. He's like, I don't remember. Sorry about that. It's some LUT. So here's a LUT that you'll never get for free or for money. Dream on, buddy. Okay, so I had the crazy idea to take the Panasonic GH6 out with the Leica 200mm prime and a Glimmer Glass 5 filter. And I was thinking, if I film in 5.7K, it's already too sharp, but we have this blooming highlight glimmer glass technology, the cinema could be yours, unless your lighting was bullshit shade with duck footage, which is what I managed to achieve with it. That was the best shot of the day. Oh, he's ducking. He's ducking life. You know what I mean? His girlfriend's like, do you have to do that right now? So first shot of the day, I come out disappointed. I was like, damn, they were in the shade. Where's my blooming highlights? Oh, we got some. Eventually. I met a squirrel. Here's Timmy the squirrel, just hanging in there. Look at you. Look at you. You're being glimmer glassed right now. I don't see a lot of blooming highlights in any branch. He has white tip of wisdom in his hair, though. That is amazing. I followed him perfectly. I managed to pan right in there. It's like, oh, I didn't overshoot that. Damn, I'm good at this. Just keep ahead of his head. That's what you have to do. Don't let him ever get out of the shot like that. Oh boy, do I suck at following wildlife. Just slow down, asshole. Then I somehow managed to find this rare mallard duck couple. Never seen those before. I think they're from the Arctic, and they just flew down south for our milder winter. And there was sunshine, and I'm still not seeing a ton of glimmer benefits here, but whatever. I'm sure they'll come. Now here's where I finally noticed it. A white puppy. He was fluffy. His hair was blooming in the wind. He ran at me. I was like, what are you doing? I'm on a Panasonic manually focusing. Are you kidding me right now? And I'm trying to keep up. There was a split second where I regained focus. He came right up to me. I was like, I don't have the minimum focus distance for this. But thankfully, he let me film his ass as he left my life forever. So as he gallops into the night, I perfectly manually focus track him. And the cinema was ours. He's like a donkey, just hoping for better things. No, I'm not in focus for any of it. I'm like, wow, that's sensitive. There, he's in. I suck at this. But he is glowing. You do notice that, right? So I keep taking this Panasonic system out, hoping it wows me, and it kind of does sometimes. It's just, I don't know that it competes with a full-frame world. I just don't know that it does. And it does not complement my Sony system. It has animal eye detect, but like as if you would ever use it. Thankfully, I don't need to, because I saw a bird, little Junko. He's like just filling the frame, really, because I chose the perfect wildlife focal length. That's 400 mils. And he's leaving, and I'm jerky stabing my way through life, and that sucks. Thanks a lot, Penny Boy. Look at those jerky stabs. I tell ya, Fuji and Panasonic like tripods when you're standing still, and then if you want to move, jerks. Frickin' jerks. Look at this little guy. Hey, buddy. What do you got there? Hey, did you find any seeds? Can I have one? He's a kinglet. He's a mohawk bird. He's like, hey, let me know when you find one, eh? I'm gonna share. You don't mind if I come for lunch, right? I'll come. No, maybe not. Tomorrow, maybe. I'll leave. I'll go. I waited here for hours, waiting for this moment in super 300 frames per second, and I could not track it for half a second. Can someone tell me how the hell? You follow a bird as it flies? Every single time I see something, I'm like, I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm guessing which way he's going to go. Even if I'm lining in the right rule of fourths, just as soon as they leave, I'm like, wow, I either overshoot it, I end up like he jumps a little move, I'm down here in a swamp, or like he flies out and then I'm like, oh, what the hell, man? You wait till the next episode. I just took out the Sony 200 to 600. I saw my first Cooper's Hawk, and the amount that I got him was so embarrassingly bad, my first Hawk. I'm not seeing a ton of reasons to use this glimmer glass. It's hardly, like, in that little flap, that one moment, I might have seen his wings glowing. It's kind of there. It's somewhat magical. It's not as magical as I thought it might be. It's okay. But, oh man, I thought the cinema would be ours. Thankfully, I was able to fill the frame with my 400mm lens, shooting tiny birds from a distance. And we got some 300 frame per second chickadee magic as they leap all over the frame, because there's hardly any room in that frame for him to move, but it's the perfect focal length. The cinema was ours. Then I finally saw a woodpecker. I'm thinking, hello, sir. Hello, good sir. Let's do a little 300 frame per second action. And I am somewhat disturbed at my own purchases. I do not know why I bought this thing. It does nothing better than my Sony. It weighs less. The stabe is worse when you move. And what are we doing here? The glimmer glass did nothing. I have a prime lens. I can't zoom now. Zero chance of autofocusing, ever. What are we doing here, Penny Boy? Panasonic released their 12 to 35 Mark III? Who the hell asked for that? And now, as if I didn't know this already, but that Leica badge means nothing. That means nothing. That formula did not change, but now it's a Leica lens with 3D pop. Nothing changed. So my 200mm prime, likely a Sigma-inspired, Viltrox-designed, Tamron-influenced, hunking piece of third-party. It's a good lens, but it doesn't even match my Sony zoom. That's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be alive. I'm not gonna lie to you, when you get the scene right, there's a little bit of light trickling in there. The colors are beautiful. Stabe's good as long as the birds don't move. Birds don't usually move, so you're good. You're good to go on that. If you have to follow him, just do it slowly. See, that wasn't bad. Oh, where'd you go, asshole? And then he jumps around, and this is where I notice woodpeckers are pretty annoying. They jump a lot, and my stabilization can't keep up with the movements. They flap all over the place, going from good lighting to bad lighting, and there's nothing you can do about it other than admit defeat. And it sucks. It really does suck. He came a little closer. I was like, oh my God, he's so close. Okay, focusing, thank you. Oh, where are you going? You didn't want to stay around. And say, okay, there he is. Okay, trying to focus. It's really annoying. Trying to manually focus on a bird that's hopping constantly from different directions. Why do I do this? Why do I even ever leave my house? I will never leave my house again. That's all I know for sure. Not even to shop for food. Just delivery and fatness is in my future. That's all I know. So I once again come home disappointed and wondering why won't Sony just give me a firmware update? Little animal eye detect in video. It's already in the menu. Just activate it. It's already there. Just turn it on. Does not work. Super annoying, and there's nothing to look forward to. And I only see mallard ducks. Freaking mallard from the Arctic. It's cool that they come down, but where's the penguins? Where's my Cooper's Hawk? Why are they so fast? Wildlife. Oh man, do I ever recommend it? You get out in nature to relax. You just breathe deep, and then you're like, oh, that bird. Oh God. It's one of the better hobbies you could take up in 2023 as a patch of fluffy glimmerglass puffy things wave in the wind. And I was like, that should look magical. Barely does. It barely does. So am I mad that I spent $4,500 to get sparrow footage? No. I'm actually happy I did it. And it was well worth it. Especially because I already own a Sony a7S III. It was a great purchase. And you can see my tracking abilities of sparrows has improved dramatically. I'm actually really good at it. So I'm happy. Just happy, like, inside. If you're curious, yes, the Cinema Was Ours shirts are available down below. I designed them myself. I found this camera thing, little transparent image. I put that. Then the little camera Conspiracies guy, he's in that wheel. Then that, I had to work around some colors, change some things of that film reel. This was a separate piece I found. Boom. Little red on the Cinema, huh? The Cinema Was Ours. Little Sony Reptilian in there. Fuji Assassin. Anyone? Canon Cripple Hammer. They're all there. I need some more characters. I need a Olympus guy in an employment line, and then a Nikon something. The Nikon Fear Horse was the only thing we had, but I could do better. I could do better. I'm going to leave after you subscribe and buy the stuff.